for Southday works in the Fiameto right to clerk of parliament requesting processes to amend the law regulating the legal profession.
Also in the Ashanti region, irate Dwabin residents threatened to assault assembly members for failing to approve the municipal chief executive nominee for the second time.
Also coming up tonight, motorized tricycle informal waste collectors together with the association request government to provide mobile waste transfer sites in communities.
In business this evening, microfinance and microcredit institutions race to meet the December deadline for recapitalization.
On the international front, several people feared trapped after a high-rise building under construction collapsed in Nigeria's commercial hub, Lagos.
Well, we're bringing all these stories, including the latest in sports and entertainment. But you can also watch us live through 3news.com, TV3 Ghana on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, as well as through the DSTV channel 279.
The news now in detail. And Parliament Legal Constitutional Parliamentary Affairs has faulted the legislature for directing the Attorney General and the Legal Council to admit some 499 law students who passed their entrance exams. The Attorney General rejected Parliament resolution directing the GLC and NET to admit the students in accordance with its advertised pass mark. Ranking member on the Legal, Constitutional and Parliamentary Affairs Committee, Bernard Ahiafo, says Parliament should have rather urged instead of that directive.
In favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. All against the motion, say no. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. The Ghana General Legal Council.
It was a unanimous call by the members of Parliament venting their displeasure at the General Legal Council for being unfair to the 499 students. The House was swift on the motion moved by the Deputy Majority Leader Alexander Fenyo-Markin, but in a swift response to the directive by the Attorney General, Godfrey Yeboah-Dami argued that Parliament cannot use a resolution to make such directions. He noted, whilst recognizing the general legislative powers of Parliament in Ghana, except as have been circumscribed by the Constitution, I am constrained to advise that Parliament is devoid of power through the use of parliamentary resolutions to control the process of admission into the Ghana Law School. He further argued the mode of exercising legislative power enshrined in Article 106 of the Constitution does not admit resolutions. The Attorney General continued that it is the executive instead who can lawfully make such directions, noting that the President had already taken some actions on the matter. The ranking member on the Legal, Constitutional and Parliamentary Affairs Committee of Parliament, Bernard Ahiafo, says the directive, though in the public interest, was needless.
There may be a thin line, and having regard to the circumstances, you can say the use of the word direct, Parliament aid. You should have used the word edge, because these are two separate arms of government, though they work hand in hand. If the Speaker had said that, yes, it's been resolved, and then we urge on the General Legal Council through the Attorney General and then the Minister of Justice to ensure that these 499 students are admitted, there wouldn't be any problem with it.
With a swift response from the Attorney General to the Speaker, hearing the first Deputy Speaker who chaired the proceedings, is a tough war likely between the two organs of the state?
In every democratic dispensation, there must not be a power play between the executive, the legislature, then the judiciary, let alone talking about one ministry, that is the Attorney General and then the Ministry of Justice for that matter. Because very soon, the same Attorney General will come and sit before committees of Parliament. Parliament exercise oversight responsibility over them. So if in the circumstances of that nature, as Attorney General, you feel that Parliament must not direct, but Parliament can resolve. This is a trivial issue that should not even generate a response from you. Because at the end of the day,
the ranking member, the constitutional lawyer himself, said the Attorney General must exhibit some resolve of the problems facing the law school admission instead of offering responses to a matter he's already working on.
The Ghana General Legal Council is hereby directed to proceed.
It remains unclear what the response will be from the legislature as the House will reconvene on Tuesday. Komla Kluche, TV3 News, Accra.
Well, it will get quite heated and interesting because already, Portia, there is a private member's bill that is being spearheaded by Roxy Nelson, the Member of Parliament for South Dying. And he already has written to the Clerk of Parliament requesting processes for the drafting of a bill that will amend the regulation of the legal profession. It also will indicate how the General Legal Council could be reconstituted.
Sir, we write to request the Legislative Drafting Office to draft for subsequent submission to the Speaker a bill to amend the Legal Professions Act 1960, Act 32, to exclude the Chief Justice as well as other justices of the Supreme Court from the General Legal Council, GLC, to redefine the functions of the GLC and to provide for reforms in legal education such that accredited faculties of law with requisite facilities would be licensed to run professional law courses, provide for discipline of lawyers and related matters to give effect to Article 37(1) of the 1992 Constitution. Please find attached our proposals for the said bill.
Meanwhile, Roxanne Defiametbo explains the move has become necessary because of the challenges being faced by the 2021 cohort of law students who passed but have been refused admission.
Myself and Susu, I'm bringing him on board. We are saying that the General Legal Council shouldn't have representation from the judiciary. The Chief Justice, the four senior most judges of the Supreme Court shouldn't be sitting on the General Legal Council. And because you see, under the mistake, it gives the General Legal Council a certain mistaken belief amongst people. It creates a certain wrong impression among people as though it's an organ of the judiciary. And therefore, somebody called me and said, why are we... They thought that the judiciary is not to be interfered with. So I had to educate the person. And then he said, oh, really? He is never known. A highly educated, well-placed person. Say he's never known that the General Legal Council is like Ghana, the National ID Authority. We set it up by an act of parliament. So it is the representation that is giving it that false coloration. So we want that false coloration to be taken away. For instance, again, we are saying that the faculty, the law faculty, the accredited law faculties should be empowered to train their lawyers. So you enter the faculty, you read the LLB, the same faculty will train you in the professional courses. They will write one national bar exams. That national bar exams could be organized twice a year. Maybe you write one in February, you write another in July. If you sit for the national bar exams, you qualify, you are called to the bar. If you don't qualify, you look forward to the next one. So Kumasi can train, Legon can train, Jimpa can train, Cape Coast can train, all the accredited faculties can train. These are the kind of reforms we should bring about. The function of the General Legal Council is to promote legal education, not to kill it.
Well, we'll see how this matter also unfolds, but it's also because there's a lot of tension.
Yes, especially in the Ashanti region with regards to the election of MMDCEs.
And there's every indication that it is definitely heightened tension in the Dwabem municipality of the Ashanti region because the assembly members decided to reject the president nominee for the position for the second time. Now, angry residents threatened as a result to assault the assembly members for failing to get them a new municipal chief executive. On the beat was Ibrahim Abubakar.
The failure by the president nominee for Dwabin Municipal, Alexander Safo Kantanka, to be confirmed as the MCE has angered the youth in the area. The nominee pulled 10 out of the 26 votes. But the residents say the assembly members are looking at their personal interest against the interest of the municipality.
At the end of the day, we are so much disappointed. My fears for the future of Dwabin is create, loot and share, because some of the assembly members have made a group. They are in a group now, and we have been hearing that for the past 4 years they have been sharing the benefits of this constituency. So nothing is moving. We have seen no development in Dwabin here, except with the exception of Dwabin community. All the other 37 communities are lacking social amenities. So we are begging, we are pleading to the president to do something for us here.
Obia the whole Ashanti region. Obia to MC ya baby. I can job in Kwa. All because as me for say, yeska, ebiso 100 million. As only time as me could be 50 million. Oma GD. Yeah, catch it. Here, I'm penny say MC. On point ya luta BM. Anya sa jobbing 2024. Na not was Bobi that say to bet MPP. You to know, yeah, right.
It took the intervention of the police to calm the agitating youth. But at the moment, the police have taken over the assembly wall because the assembly members remain in the building. The youth have threatened to assault them should they step out of the building. We will be monitoring development here and update you in our subsequent bulletins. Ibrahim Abubakar, TV3 News, Dwabin, Ashanti region.
Meanwhile, the East Gonja Municipal Chief Executive nominee Mohammed Tamimu has also been rejected for the second time by assembly members. He obtained only 9 out of 34 votes cast. Security personnel comprising the police, prisons and fire service were deployed to the venue ahead of the voting, while hundreds of residents trooped the assembly premises to witness the exercise. The nominee was rejected on the first round on October 4 after polling 4 yes votes out of the total 34 votes cast.
Well, there's every indication that some residents definitely are not happy about the actions undertaken by the assembly members during the period of the vote. We'll see how it goes, because many of these chief executives will be responsible for infrastructure in their municipalities or metropolitan areas. And talking about close by, we have an accident on the Offenso Bofo Road being reported, also in the Ashanti region, claiming 17 lives as about 3 a.m. Now, we have a truck colliding with a sprinter bus. Several others who were injured were rushed to the Offenso Government Hospital, while the dead were deposited at the facilities. Again, Ibrahim Abubakar brings us the latest.
This is the exact spot where 17 people lost their lives after a sprinter bus collided with a trailer. The bus carrying over 30 passengers is said to be heading to the north from Accra. Preliminary investigation by the police indicates the driver of the trailer veered off his lane and rammed into the sprinter bus.
It's very worrying. In fact, the rampant nature of the accident is so worrying. So we are urging, advising the drivers to, go by the traffic regulations. You don't overspeed, or you don't overtake when the way is not clear. Some of these drivers drive long distance without resting. In fact, the regulation is, in fact, after driving for about 4 hours, you need to, take a rest. Some of these drivers drive non-stop, then they come worn out, very tired. Definitely, as a human, some of the times you doze off, and then all these troubles come.
At the St. Patrick Hospital, where the 16 injured are receiving medical attention. Friends and relatives of the victims could not control their tears.
Sister, and a bin ya busia for, and I omunina busia for, and I ubia ya enuya for, and I ubia ya sister for, and to munina busia for.
The hospital says 14 out of the 16 injured are in stable condition, whilst 2 are in critical state. The deceased include 10 children between the ages of 8 months and 3 years, and 7 adults.
That's certainly heartbreaking, Roland.
Yeah, definitely. But it's also because we know that we don't just take time when we're on the road, and human behavior accounts for many of the accidents that we do have on the road.
Well, talking about the road and road safety as well, today is November 1, which means the ban on Aboboya riders on motorways has come into full force. But informal waste collectors with motorized tricycles, together with the association, request government to provide mobile waste transfer sites in communities instead of banning them from plying the motorway and major highways. Chairperson of the association, Lydia Banfo, says over 5,000 members will be thrown out of jobs if the ban is enforced.
A number of refuse collectors gathered close to the Awudome cemetery with their containers filled to the brim. Leadership of the Bola Taxi and Tricycle Association claimed the police were already preventing them from plying the highways. Chairperson of the association, Lydia Banfo, asked government to rather provide them with mobile transfer sites in the communities instead of restricting them from using the highways.
Because in the municipalities, some will tell you that they don't have land to create a land fund. It's true. But if it's a mobile transfer, the mobile transfer, they can use the compactor trailer. They can park it at the roadside. When they offload it, then the trailer will move to the land fund. Because as I'm speaking now, the only land fund that we have and exists is in Sawam. We call that place Adepa. The minister should go back and look for the distriction and just come out and tell us something.
According to the chairperson, they were not consulted before the decision to ban them from plying the highways, which they deem unfortunate, and appealed for a dialogue on the matter.
We have no option rather than call for the media to come and intervene for us, because if all this motor is going to park with the load, it will spoil.
She said there are 5,000 Aboboya collectors in Greater Accra alone, with 2,800 being registered members, adding that many could be out of jobs if the restrictions continue. She said their operations have helped in making Accra clean. The Carnation Divisional Police Commander, ACP Fachikumi, encouraged the collectors to use the other routes other than the motorway.
For now, the refuse that you have on the tricycles, as is there, you can ride them and then go and dump them. But don't go and dump, and after dumping, before we see you're on the motorway. That's why if you go on the motorway, we will arrest you. It's for your own safety and that of other road users.
Now, these Aboboya riders are the subject of our latest assignment that will be aired tomorrow. We're talking Tuesday, November 2 at 9:30 p.m. live here on the channel. But it's also because embedded in there are tricycle riders who ply the Accra-Tema motorway, all in contravention of the directive banning them for doing so from today. Now, these riders who admit knowingly of the ban tell TV3 they are here to work out an alternative plan so far.
Day one of the ban on Aboboya plying the motorway, and no sign of them giving up this route. Refuse collectors, water distributors and general cargo carriers all still very much in tow, with no plausible excuse for being on the motorway and no sign of the police to enforce the ban.
In a space of 5 minutes, the news team has counted more than 5 aboboyas plying the motorway. Today is November 1, and they're supposed to be off the motorway going forward. For most of them, life is going to be difficult as they have to ply alternative routes such as the Santor through Ashaman, and then of course the Sakumono through to Tema to reach Kpong, where they dump their refuse. The Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council insists this is the new law and they must comply. But so far, no signs of policemen or anybody here on the motorway enforcing this new law.
I'm coming from Teshi en route to Kpong, dump my load. I thought the ban was starting from next week, so no policeman have stopped us.
The news team visited the Kpong dumping site to check if the number of aboboyas visiting the sites today had reduced as a result of the ban. But no, nothing seemed unusual and business was rife. Abongo rides within Greater Tema and Ashaman, but sympathizes with colleagues in Accra who are affected by the ban. He underscored the value of their services.
No, I'm not using the motorway.
What about this road?
Yeah, the highway they are used there. See the motorway there, those people are come from Accra to Asama here. If you then doing all that, those things where they come after us. There's some place the car no go fit enter there. If we aboboya people where they go, the corner, this car no go fit go there.
Here at the landfill site at Kpong, the story seems rather different. It's business as usual. The aboboyas came from Accra, from Tema, from Ashaman, and nothing much has changed. It is really up to the Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council to make sure that this directive is upheld by all and sundry. Nancy Vokania for TV3 News, Kpong, Tema.
And remember, the title of our new feature by George Quenin will be which will be airing, of course, at 9:30 tomorrow, is the highway ban, the Aboboya conundrum.
In more news tonight, the political and security establishment have no business dealing with spiritual matters which have been solely vested in God's prophets. Leader and founder of Prophetic Hill Chapel tells Roland Walker, while national security and the police service is justified in preserving public order, efforts to clamp down on prophecies have grave consequences on Christianity as a religion and its followers.
Now, these so-called prophecies that you're led to give led the IGP to convene a meeting of some of the topmost, if not all the top leaders within the church of this country. And it's all because of the prophecies of some of you, if not all of you. You, the prophets. What do you make of that meeting and the outcome itself?
If the state apparatus want to really talk about the prophetic, if they want us to educate them about the prophetic, you don't go pick the Anglican. Respectfully, we respect all of them, but you pick the prophetic. Those are like us. I prophesy by the Spirit of God. El Bernard prophesies. Prophet Oshubempa, Bishop Salifamwakon. I mean, they are the first generation of prophets.
Your prophecies, not necessarily you as a person, but all of you within the prophetic ministry or ministration, seem to be causing fear and panic and insecurity in our country.
Anybody that says that, I think that person is carnal. That person is very, very carnal. But the work we are doing is not academic, it's not intellectual, it's spiritual. I've never seen any Ghanaian prophet take a gun, go and shoot somebody physically. I've never seen any Ghanaian prophet gather together. They are maybe are going to stage a coup or whatever. So what is the insecurity that is caused? We are rather helping the nation. If we are the gate watchers. If we are talking about fear and panic, if the finance minister come out and tell me that the government payroll is full, that's fear and panic. I just read in the papers my younger brothers and sisters who are queuing from LWAC to U.S. Embassy for fire service. And even their faith cannot be told. That is fear and panic. So you see, there are more serious things to deal with. So whoever has made in his mind or his or a target to come after the church and the prophetic that we are causing insecurity, that is not insecurity at all. Insecurity is the rise of fuel. Insecurity is mates that are completely gone with and they are still jobless. That is insecurity. We are talking about the mind of God. That is the mind of God. So if you say that insecurity or fear, I don't get you.
and we prophesy. We're going for a break. We'll be back with more prophetic business right here.
I'm going to interview Zuzum right here in my house. Hey!
Look up there. Why are you using inferior pen?
It was a mistake. I no check.
Acrobat2, I'm going to knock you out.
I know, sir.
You deserve quality.
Don't make mistakes. Stop!
You did the right thing.
When you are going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury acrylic paint. No be any painting be paint.
The luxury acrylic paint.
Paint me champion.
Mommy.
Mami Josie. Fe.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Chocolate Toothpaste, healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Chocolate Toothpaste, Sankofa.
Yenchi, Kel Chocolate Toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Your picture, Jack, boy, I don't know.
You're not your wife.
Every time your children are falling sick, you don't have money.
Stop, everyone! Baby. What's the TV beer for tonight? You know I like that sweet-scented insecticide spray. You know, little bit of porch. Now the beer pitting living room home. Bedroom what you hear? Me love you, me baby. Although you're dead. Of course, I take very good care of my wife and children, so I always win. If you want to protect your family against mosquitoes, there's still this sweet-scented perfume coil now. I repel mosquitoes and the spray also sweet-scented. It kills all crawling and flying insects. Heaven insecticide. Oh, sharp no. When they bad motion, prevention is always better than Sanka or heaven insecticide spray. And then the coil, if you say heaven, dear.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the end.
Welcome to Malaria 360. COVID-19 seems to be getting all the attention lately. But right here, our focus is on everything malaria. I know we've all become a little paranoid lately. At the onset of the slightest fever, we begin to imagine things and start popping pills. But this is wrong. A simple test at a health facility is all you need to confirm whether or not you have malaria. This is why we say test and treat only when malaria is confirmed. In Ghana, when malaria parasites are found in your blood, you'll be given the appropriate anti-malaria medicines to treat malaria. Do not self-medicate. Adhere to all the COVID-19 safety protocols in place. Zero malaria starts with me and you.
I see a safer future. I see how every citizen can have access to basic health care. Others may see a healthcare entrepreneur, but I see myself as Ghana's frontline, keeping the nation safe. I am Rosalind Ahin, owner of My Dream Plus Limited.
I love football. Football can be a dirty game on or off the pitch. Even when I'm trying to score at a party, stains find a way of tracking me down. But I don't worry at all because I have Cleasoft. Use new Cleasoft 360 Deep Clean, a unique formula with active ingredients and enzymes that gets rid of all stubborn stains and leaves your clothes smelling wonderful.
Cleasoft, my favorite.
Cleasoft 360 Deep Clean, clean all.
What do you see? A couple of keys? Well, yes, but we see the value beyond that. We see the keys to your family road trips and the keys to where your kids sleep at night. But regardless of how much we value our homes and cars, most of us insure just our cars. Introducing Homeprehensive, a single insurance policy for both your car and home. Get Homeprehensive from Vanguard, because when it comes to insuring your car and home, for Homeprehensive.
The business segment is brought to you by MTN, Roma Insecticide Spray and Coil,
West Hills Ridge Property, Eden Heights, Lufat.
Hello, good evening. It's time now for the latest in the world of business. I am Emmanuel Samani. Let's begin as another financial sector cleanup is imminent as microfinance and microcredit institutions race to meet the December 2021 deadline for recapitalization. Already, some 20 out of the over 100 institutions who say they cannot meet the 2 million cedis minimum capital have opted for voluntary liquidation. My colleague Grace Hamwasari has more.
It's been 4 years since the financial sector cleanup, and the industry is yet to fully recover from its effects. The Bank of Ghana, as part of sanitizing the sector, directed for recapitalization for all financial institutions, and microcredit and microfinance institutions are to mobilize 2 million cedis by the end of December. Yao Jemfi at the association's AGM says the group is supporting its members on the best options.
In terms of preparedness, we are, but I must admit that we've had some setbacks. But just as when we're making some gains after the revocation of license, and this whole thing of COVID came in, I know we might not have the opportunity to have an extension. But right now, what we are also asking for is that our members should do their part of the bargain by making sure they operate at an efficient level. And that in itself can make a case for us as to what will be the next line of action from the central bank.
According to the Bank of Ghana, the institutions should engage the regulator.
There are some that have not met it at all. And though they have not met it, we will still look at their financials to be able to know that maybe they are complying with other requirements. Deadline has to be extended, and we are urging all to really try to get new investors in or merge.
The countdown is on for these microfinance and microcredit institutions who have up to December 31 to mobilize 2 million cedis. While it has become easy for others, some also say they are not up to the task. Well, your guess will be as good as mine on how this is going to end and what the next move of the Bank of Ghana is going to be. Grace Hamwasari, TV3 News, Accra.
Now, Total Petroleum Ghana has launched the 3rd edition of the Startup of the Year Challenge. The contest is designed to unearth entrepreneurs to assist and speed up the pace of the socio-economic development of the country and sub-region.
The Startup of the Year Challenge is a socio-economic development initiative for entrepreneurs between the ages of 18 and 35 years. It will be operating in 32 countries in Africa. This year's competition will reward and provide support to the best business ideas and business development projects.
As a responsible company, we seek to offer solutions to the many challenges in our societies. Our aim is to contribute towards employment in the country through the Startup Challenge and other initiatives like the Total Young Graduates Program, which is a career development and empowerment program aimed at building and equipping the newly graduated youth with skills through global exposure and practical experience.
Project manager of a startup competition, Bright Dokosi, explains the requirements, registration and modalities for this year's challenge.
You must have a business creation project that is less than 3 years old or an entirely new idea that you want to bring to fruition. Winners are going to be given 70,000 each. We have the best idea, business creation project. We have the best existing startup, and then of course the best female entrepreneur who will be given the prize as well.
Registration for participation will open on Thursday, November 4.
And that's all for business, but of course you can find more business news when you log on to our website s3news.com. My name is Emmanuel Samani. Good evening.
In a world where you can be anything, who will you become? When you can go anywhere and never be alone, how far will you go? When your voice can reach every ear in the world, who will you inspire? When your money can travel faster and further, who will it reach? When you can tell a story in every language, which one will you tell? When you don't need permission to turn your dreams into reality, you go for it. Whatever it is, wherever it is, go. And when you think you've reached your limit, we'll keep you going. Let's go.
UMB was established in 1972 as the premier bank for the corporate and private sector in Ghana. From our very beginning, as the only Ghanaian bank serving all categories of businesses, we set a standard for excellence and innovation over the past 45 years. We've built a financially healthy and strong bank, demonstrated our commitment to our customers and to growing businesses, and exhibited originality and innovation at every turn. At UMB, our focus is built around people, service, products and technology. These are the key to our present success and our future triumphs. At UMB, we're poised to make a difference not only with our customers, but also in the banking industry. We invite you to share in our future. Our future starts now with you.
Concerned about your family's safety at your home or business? Worry no more. Get more. For any window or door, get more. For unique custom-made solutions, get more. Call Trelidor 0561 24 24 24. Trelidor, Africa's strongest burglar proofing.
The show was a jar or bar anyone conquering dim.
The groom is sick.
What?
Malaria.
Malaria. Lufat. Lufat.
In Jija, woman malaria and kawan to them. Lufat, a malaria drop a cup.
And now you may kiss the bride.
Entrance Pharmaceuticals and Research Center. And I Lufat. Lufat. A 2 malaria sentence. FDA. I say a dead in crack way. I just say.
New look, new bottle, same irresistible taste. Available in your nearest shop.
This advert is FDA approved.
Should you rumor to me?
I told master. A baby, you want she's so madahati. Roma insecticide spray at that Roma. Interfere, Entatia, make a cheha. No way. And Tonton Bako crown fanamo. And also a pussy. Roma insecticide spray and mosquito quell. Emma, who dare we sham? Roma and
Roma and Tonton Master.
Kojak toothpaste, so Kojak toothpaste. Go! Kojak says a big thank you for patronizing us, and because of that, our products have been reduced specially for you. Kojak PNF, which protects the teeth from hot or cold food, at 6 Ghana cedis, and its mouth bag also going for 7 Ghana cedis. It also have sensitive toothbrush, which is going for 2 Ghana cedis. Our regular toothpaste with a free brush in it, it's going for 3 Ghana cedis only. Kojak Charcoal toothpaste made from our very own charcoal also comes in various sizes and is sold for 2 Ghana cedis, 3 Ghana cedis, 4 Ghana cedis, and 5 Ghana cedis respectively. And a special charcoal toothbrush sold for 2 Ghana cedis. Oh yes, and as you already know, Kojak products there, it be quality care. This advert is FDA approved.
Sports segment is brought to you by
Kel Kids Toothpaste, Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to the sports segment here on News 360 with me, Juliet Biwa. We're starting straight from the Ghana Premier League and to the delight of fans across the country. The 2021-2022 Ghana Premier League season officially kicked off on Friday. Champions Accra Hearts were held at home by Legon Cities. The rest of the weekend, though, featured some tasty clashes and interesting results. Here is a look at how all the 18 teams performed on GPL's opening day.
Debutant Accra Lions in the 1-0 draw against Omina Sharks started the season on Friday night. Ashanti scored 3 times in the final 6 minutes to secure an emphatic 3-1 win over Dreams FC. Reigning Africa and the 20 best player Fatawi Sahako and teenager Isaac Opon filled fans with their display.
What a dream debut!
Looking at the way the boys took it to the game plan, the shape, the team shape, and how we're able to play those combination passes, I would say it was an amazing thing.
Augustine Okra led Bechem United to snatch all 3 points in the 4-0 drubbing of Mediama SE. Though surprising, a top show it was from the Eagles. Ashanti Gold and Kim Faisal had impressive starts to the season with 1-0 wins over 11 Wonders and Wafa. Gold Stars had a strong start to their debut GPL season on Sunday as Dunes Park in BBN erupted in celebrations from Kingsford Waffle Strike. Massive turnout it was in putting Bekum Chelsea to the sword. Defending champions Hearts of Folk was a clear favourite to beat Legon Cities at home. However, the Royals had some other plans to keep the Phobians from winning their opening day game for a 5th consecutive season.
It was the attacking side because we created a lot of chances. At least we should have scored 1 goal, but we squandered all the chances, but we still have more time to work on them.
It was a shared load of fascinating narratives bubbling with plenty of intriguing games in store for us this season. Kotoko fans are already brimming with confidence, but for the Phobians, a shred of doubt has started creeping in.
Right, now let's take you through some takeaways from the Ghana Premier League. That is match week 1. Interesting things happened there, and no newly promoted club lost a game. So Accra Lions, BBN Gold Stars, and also RTU, they all did well. And on day 1, 3 players were shown a red card in that Wafa Mediama match, as well as some other matches, and 6 clean sheets were recorded. Accra Hearts versus Legon Cities is the only game that ended in a goalless draw, and Bechem United put 4 past Mediama. A total of 9 games were played, and Kotoko Ash Gold are the only teams to win away, and there were 5 wins in total, and match week 1 also saw 17 goals. Now, so away from that, the drama in the Premier League this weekend was enough for Chelsea to stretch their lead on the top of standings after Liverpool and Man City dropped points, and Barca are also still winless under interim coach. And here is a recap of what happened this weekend with Thierry.
After the kind of weekend that we had, there's so much to talk about, and that means the 3 Sports Weekend Rewind with me, Thierry. Now we are starting in England, in the English Premier League, where Manchester United fans, well, mixed feelings there. For those of you who wanted Ole Gunnar Solskjaer out, well, he was able to mastermind a 3-0 win over Tottenham Hotspur away from home. He keeps his job. Nuno Espirito Santo, rather, loses his. Now, for Liverpool, they were at Anfield against Brighton and Hove Albion, and everyone may have expected Liverpool to run riot against Brighton, but they only dropped 2 points against Brighton, and now 3 points behind leaders Chelsea, who also scored 3 goals past Newcastle United and will stay top of the English Premier League. But for Manchester City, it was a very, very strange game, finishing the game with 10 men, and also losing that particular game by 2-0 against Crystal Palace at the Etihad. Now, away from there, we go straight to the Italian Serie A, where Jose Mourinho has found life a bit tough, as AS Roma coach. Now, it's not going to be the kind of season that he had at Inter Milan in the 2010 season, where he was winning every game and winning everything available to him. At AS Roma this year, he's winning some and losing some. He lost one against AC Milan. AC Milan now joined top of the Serie A alongside Napoli. AS Roma still scratching their heads about solutions going forward. So in Spain, Barcelona may have sacked Ronald Koeman, but the results are the same. The performances may be the same. Under Sergi, they drew against Deportivo Alaves, the usual culprits in getting goals for them this season. Memphis Depay also getting himself yet another goal. But 1-1 the result, and that'll be all for the 3 Sports Weekend Rewind. My name is Thierry, and thanks for joining us.
Now to some other stories, and Ghana's representative in the inaugural CAF Women's Champions League competition, that is Hazaka's ladies, have embarked on their journey for continental glory as they make a trip to the host nation, Egypt. Salasia Megashi caught up with them at the airport and found this report.
And WAFU Zone B champions have been drawn in Group A against Wadi Delgar of Egypt, AS Mande from Mali, and Malabo King FC of Equatorial Guinea in the 8-team tournament. For head coach Yusuf Basigi, the team is ready for the competition and hopes their efforts are rewarded.
All the 8 countries that are meeting there, or the clubs that are meeting there, have one ultimate goal, which is the trophy. Once we are going to raise the image of Ghana very high, it means a lot. We will make Ghana very proud.
Midfielder Azuma Bugri, beaming with confidence, is positive the Hasmal ladies have got what it takes to deliver the goods and set yet another record.
Want to repeat history or want to set another record that is going there and performing extremely well, such that everyone will hear of us and they will always remember us for that.
The tournament starts on Friday, November 5, with Hazaka's ladies facing Malabo King FC in their first match of the tournament.
Now, former Chelsea coach, that is Antonio Conte, is also in line to replace Nuno Espirito Santo. My name is Juliet Bewa. That's your sport here on News 360.
Get digi with it. Get digi with it. On your mark, ready, set, let's go. CV, Gmo, Mobile, USSD, Young Co, star 924 hash, Punk the go, smartphone no, Young phone no, ever fire money transfer, for 3 hour water bill, for 3 hour light bill, Factor credit, star 924 hash, you deserve it. Let's go, get digi with it. Star 924 hash, get digi with it. Star 924 hash.
CBG is empowering you to get digi. CBG Mobile. Simply dial star 924 hash and get digi with it.
CBG, we stand with you.
Mama!
Meow.
And I can't stand it!
Just a moment. And now power, huh?
Yeah!
Oh yeah, Jack Macron no more. It's you can I say there. Hey yo contomre. What dokuni? Tomato sauce only a baby. And a sardine for box with salad here. Hey yo stew. Ana jollofa. Na better one. That don't know it though. After that. And the ball here. Oh man, to bunny a doa. You want a pasta sauce? Check for you, sir. Oh my, tasty. And a big beans for the breakfast. Let's all salad. Oh, she, and a patuna. We can perform. Let's say, what's oh, taste good. And a pan on dairy creamer. 4 box, we so can see oats, not creamy Tito's. Yawa and a spaghetti. Talia Papa B. Manson in Sijadu Ray. Nafa and a spaghetti. Who and a Pataliano are ready for watching on you with you. So ya no pa no so good.
Dem de ruboyi ebie ahwehwem ajatu.
Day by Day exists in lotion, cream, soap, and more. Day by Day has 4 fragrance range.
But if you blue, I said about sugar crab.
Yeah.
But your blue house, we are
minty.
Yachis are you who are damn blue biao. Not dear cross them. I want you to by your food now.
Yeah, me and me baby found.
I don't feel no cemetery. Where blue? Blue color na pa I white. When they say for near warrior.
Na sana me book am ye painti fie nyina.
What painted that way?
Painti fie.
Oh no so for down for paint. I'm out of the camera house. It change color every season. Enunti na Ghana for. I Ghana for. I Ghana for paint. Agatex paint. Agatex. Paint papa. Say a blue. Kakra bi na o here. Not that na come on. The boss so cost.
And the Agatex. You pass on. Do engagement now. Let's move back. Mama Agatex. I can see him.
We dey move for Gonja why you crack.
Oh, I
saw this. This be Madam Rosa. I tell you, she be diva of all hairstylists. She knows say I day here.
Hello.
Hey, no problem. This one, it be cool chop crack. After all, I be Royal King Cracker, made with real milk butter and the goodness of wheat to keep you going. To all you busy bees, I did for you.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Water is life. Water is life. Enjoy the pure, refreshing taste of Awake purified drinking water, which comes in a uniquely designed bottle with a lemon green tap. Water is your perfect way to stay hydrated. And remember, for every bottle you buy, an amount will be donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center, Ghana. Awake purified drinking water, one for life. For bulk purchase, contact 0262 351 251.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Now you can be part of the extraordinary world of endless possibilities on Vodafone. With the best value and amazing data offers and services available in Ghana, your dreams are achievable. Get more for less with Vodafone data. Vodafone. Together we can.
Entertainment news segment is brought to you by Puma Drinks. Awanita Ikufu are in entertainment this evening. After last night's live show on Mentor X, we caught up with some fans who gave an assessment of the contestants' performance in week 4.
My best moment was when DSL was performing. I really enjoyed his performance, and then I enjoyed Reggie Rockstone, his comments from the beginning to the end. It was very, very nice. I think they have more room for improvement. They've given them the chance to better up their game.
It was cool saving all the three because me sick of we the one make everyone go host, way confidential go win. We the one confidential win, gang know the life stress. Like they for sack every bro make we know we win a whole show. Like we the one win today self.
I've been here throughout, like from the beginning, and I think from the beginning it was more of they were trying to now move because there was stage fright and all that, and they were getting used to the environment. But this week it was good. I think the judges' choice of making them all stay was good. At least so next week we get to see that they'll bring up more of their A game. So I think it was okay. I enjoyed Richie's judgment because it was like top notch. Like yeah, he put them on their toes. Like everyone was trying to be nice and all that, but I think I'll go with him anytime.
This is my first time of watching the show, and I'm so happy that I came today. And my favorite judge is Auntie Paulina. She's so sweet. I love her. And the last performer, he was so great. I'm just happy I came here. For my second sound.
Now, away from that, Ghanaian rapper Kwao Kese has weighed in on the arrest of fellow musicians Shatta Wale and Medical. Speaking on the New Day morning show, he said his brothers must have learnt their lessons from their incarceration.
They put you behind for a while. You tried 4 times to get bail.
Yeah,
it was a very murky situation.
Yeah.
Just last week, we saw something similar happen to some artists in the industry.
Yeah.
I was just wondering what you were thinking about it, because you criticized the system, I remember very much, when that incident happened to you.
Yeah.
What do you make of what happened recently?
It wasn't something I was wishing to. I was wishing it happens to any of my colleagues, but you know, we don't have charge of the law. The law can get grip of you at any time, and I think that's what happened. It's really sad that my brothers had to go through, but some of these things you go through to learn a lesson, and I think a lesson has been learned.
What do you think a lesson
exactly
has been?
I was just going to ask
you can't be pranking people rough
Left
like
and
that,
right.
left and right.
I just want to ask, so what's your relationship with Shatta Wale now? Because Mikai said there was this whole thing about you being a cheap artist, you don't have money and all that, and you got back at him.
Yeah, I think one time I was even called ex-convict by him and his fans and stuff like that. But you know, God being so good, now we all be ex-convict.
So I mean, you're not happy about it, but
I'm not happy. You know, freedom is the most expensive thing in the world, and to lose your freedom for even a second is very costly. And you know, I wouldn't wish that for my enemy. You know, so it's so unfortunate, but. Hey, the law is the law. Right. Anything can happen. Anybody can fall victim of the law.
Yeah. And that's it for entertainment. My name is Anita Ekekufu. Have a good evening.
Coming up, international news. We first begin from Nigeria.
Several people are feared trapped after a 25-story building under construction collapsed in Nigeria's commercial hub, Lagos. The local authorities have put in place an emergency response plan to deal with the situation. Lagos has seen several building collapses in recent years. The cause of this incident is unclear. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has warned humanity was digging its own grave in an address to world leaders attending the climate change conference in Glasgow, Scotland. Under present targets, the globe is on track for warming of 2.7 Celsius by 2100, which the UN says would result in climate catastrophe. The 2015 Paris Climate Accord calls for limiting warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius and ideally 1.5 degrees Celsius, but the latter target is fast slipping out of reach. Naturalist Sir David Attenborough, who also addressed leaders in a passionate speech, said the future of young people should provide impetus to turn tragedy into triumph on climate change. David noted that carbon emissions must be halved this decade to keep warming limited to 1.5 Celsius by the end of the century.
Well, that'll be it for News 360. Make sure you get the latest updates of news right here on the channel on 3news.com as well as TV3 Ghana across all our socials. My name is Roland Walker.
And I am Portia Gabo. Enjoy the rest of our programs. Good evening.
Bye-bye.
Say